that down, let's move on to this. Ballerina just had its opening weekend in theaters and made little over $25 million in its opening weekend. Now, the movie, I told you guys, is not going to be getting any nominations for Best Screenplay. No. An epic of storytelling, a classic of great Hollywood narrative unfolding. It is not, but it's a baller movie that's a ton of fun with great nonstop action. And I just had a really good time watching it. And the reactions to it seem to bear that out. The critics score is at a 76%, which is right around where I thought it would be, given the fact that it's not great story-wise, but everything else about it is fun. Audience reactions, 93%, which is quite high. I mean, audience reactions tend to skew a little bit higher anyway, but I mean, into the 90s, huge. But a lot of people are saying that it underperformed at 25 million, to which I'm not so sure I agree with that. With $25 million at the box office, you're talking about a spinoff film that is coming in right around where the first couple of John Wick films came in. If we go over and take a look at this. So Ballerina made 25 million in its opening. John Wick 1 made 14 and John Wick 2 made 30. So you're talking about Ballerina opening up right in that neighborhood with the first two films. Now, then John Wick 3 is where the box office, I mean, every movie went up, and that's where it really started to take off. John Wick 3 made 56 million in its opening weekend. John Wick 4 made $73 million in its opening weekend. And I know there were some people who were thinking Ballerina, because it's in the John Wick universe, would just, on her toes, pache onto the stage and have a $70 million opening weekend, which I never understood why people thought it would make that much. I think we were saying it'll probably make around John Wick 2 numbers, which is kind of where it is. Now, listen, I still thought it deserved to make a little bit more than 25 million. So here's the question I have, especially since I think the trailers were quite good. And we all have to remember that as much as we all love the John Wick films, collectively, the John Wick films are not exactly massive blockbusters, right? I think only one of them made over 400 million. And it just is what it is. I mean, they're not it's not a huge, massive franchise. It's a great franchise, but it's not this huge, massive franchise. So it makes 25 million. So in looking at, well, why didn't it make more? Here are the questions I have. Was it A, because Ana de Armas just isn't a draw? Is it B, that the marketing wasn't very good? I thought the marketing was quite good myself. There's that. Or C, people are just over the John Wick universe. Or D, people are only interested in the John Wick universe if it's actually John Wick. I mean, granted, it was also a spinoff, so that hurts. It reminds me a little bit of Furiosa. Furiosa, which was a really good movie.
Yep.
But it was a spinoff focusing on the non-main character, but also a franchise that, contrary to popular belief, guys, Mad Max Fury Road did not make that much money. It just didn't. Everybody thinks of Mad Max Fury Road and they think it was like $1 billion film. It was not. But it also had the added little detractor of, they also did a cast switch, putting Anya Taylor-Joy in it because it was a much younger character. Ballerina's kind of like that. Spin-off of a beloved kind of franchise. Little bit of a prequel, because it's certainly a prequel to John Wick 4. I mean, I don't know. So we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Stitch Fix. Guys, I love movies, but you also know I have absolutely no fashion sense, and I absolutely hate shopping for my clothes. But thankfully, I have found a better way. Stitch Fix online personal styling makes it easy. With Stitch Fix, I get a stylist who understands my style, size, and budget, and they do all the shopping for me. Because look, shopping and figuring out style can be overwhelming, especially for somebody like me. When it comes to getting dressed, I don't even know where to start, to be honest. That's why I love having a Stitch Fix stylist. They really know what works for me. I get pieces that make me look great, and it's a real confidence boost. You just give your stylist your size, style, and budget preferences. You get to order boxes when you want and how you want, no subscription required. They send you personalized pieces, and the fit is always on point. No stores, No crowds, no stress. Just personalized looks that you will love. So guys, make style easy. Get started today at stitchfix.com/Campea. That's stitchfix.com/Campea. Rob, my contention is this is a pretty damn good movie. This is a fun time at the theaters. The reactions seem to bear that out. The reviews are actually much better for it than I thought they would be. And yeah, it made the money about John Wick 2 money, but why do you think it didn't make more?
Well, first I want to say that Fury Road made me feel like $1 billion in my heart. But I honestly think that this film, I saw this film too, between this and Killer of Killers, I had a great action-packed weekend of fun, let me tell you.
Oh, you did get around to seeing Ballerina.
Yes, I did.
Oh, what did you think of it?
So, well, here's the thing. So, like you said, the movie is incredible. It's incredible from an action standpoint. It just doesn't let up. Not a lot of depth there, but I thoroughly enjoyed myself. It's a great time. When I went and saw it, I saw it last night in the theater. It was sparsely attended because I went to the latest show, but it was, I mean, I loved it. For what it was exactly what I expected it to be. And by the way, I heard a story. I was talking to Dieter Bastian, who I do a show with on Sunday. He had seen it before I did. And I said, there's the flamethrower battle at the end. There's no CG in that sequence. 0.
That dude really died.
The only CGI, I was literally talking with the head of Lionsgate. He said the only CGI in that entire flamethrower action scene, which is baller, that whole sequence is baller. The only CGI in it, because all the flamethrower stuff was real, was they digitally mapped some of the actors and stunt performers' faces. Other than that, no CGI.
No CGI. And I was looking,
I was
looking for that last night. I'm like, come on. And watching it, I'm like, wow, that was impressive. That was an impressive sequence. I hadn't seen that before. I was like, okay. I'll tell you why I think this movie did not do as well as, and I think it's going to have staying power. I want to know what percentage it drops next weekend, because I think everybody who sees it is going to recommend it. I think it's going to have a high, go see this movie, it's cool. I think it's the title. I think the title is soft. Now, I don't know. Ballerina is cool if you know the John Wick universe.
If you know the lore. Right.
If you know the lore. If there was a harder hitting title. Because Ballerina, what does that evoke? Now, it's a cool title if you're a Wiccan.
Yeah,
if you're a Wiccan,
you know what that means.
You know what it means if you're a Wiccan. But if you're not, I think, how do you get people, hey, you want to go see that movie Ballerina? I think remember, not everybody's film savvy the way we are. Ballerina, you want to take me to see a movie called, I don't want to see that. I honestly think it was the title. Now, that might be a ridiculous thing to say, but after watching the film, I was like, maybe that's it. Because this movie delivered the goods. This movie is kick-ass. It's a lot of fun. And the action scenes are bonkers. And so and plus, I really liked Ana de Armas.
Oh, she was great in it.
I think, she was really great in it. And so I think this film will deliver. I think, is it going to make $100 million? I don't know. But I think it's going to do really well internationally. I don't know what the international numbers were. I didn't look. But I would imagine this is going to make big money overseas, because they probably have a different word for ballerina, like in Japan.
Yeah, again, I can't, like, if you're just looking, look, it's a John Wick universe film, right? I can't recommend it highly enough as a John Wick universe film. I have never seen, Rob, I said this, tell me if you agree with this. When I came out of it, I said, when you look at the ratio, the time ratio of the amount of clock time of the movie is action going on versus the amount of clock time in the movie where there's no action going on, it might be the biggest disparity ratio I have ever seen in a movie. I don't know that I've ever seen, I'm not saying it's the best action I've ever seen in a film. I just don't know that I've ever seen more action in a film. Like, it was like constant to the point that I was nearly exhausted with it.
And it was cool.
And it was creative.
Yeah.
Like everything from a flamethrower fight to kitchen plates fight.
Yeah, I mean,
like, it was crazy.
This movie puts a big smile on your face. And it wasn't like when I went and saw Hobbs and Shaw, it annoyed me because it was too over the top. This I didn't feel was too over the top. It was It had some ridiculous scenes that I'd never seen before, but I felt that they stayed in their lane, which made it much more fun to watch. I was like,
You know
I'm
what I
out.
loved about it too? Here's one thing, and I might have mentioned this before, I'm not sure, but one of the things that I loved about it was that some action films that have female action stars, they forget to adapt the action to that reality.
Yes.
And sometimes you'll literally see like the girl overpower the guy or something like that. I mean, if it's a fantasy film like a Wonder Woman or something, that's fine. And they made a point in this movie.
It's a plot point.
It's a plot point in the movie, and they even, it's not spoiling anything because they show a clip of this in the trailer where she's going through her combat training, and they make a point. Hey, this guy's fine. They will always be bigger than you. They will always be stronger than you. You will never overpower them. So you have to change the rules of engagement. You got to, and then from there, every action sequence that happens, when she's fighting another woman, one thing, but when she's fighting like guys, that holds true. You specifically see that they went through the painstaking choreography to show how a girl her size, if she's going to win a fight against that guy, like whoever the guy is in front of her, this is what she would have to do to win that fight. And that was their Bible. And then therefore, every time she would fight, she was literally fighting in a way that she's going to be overpowered. She's going to be, and there's a lot of scenes where like she's fighting guys and guys just like pick her up and ragdoll her around.
Oh yeah.
And they stayed true to that basic
Ragdoll her.
conceit that she has to fight them in such a way that somebody of her physical stature could win the fight. And they
100%.
followed through on that. And verisimilitude, Rob. It gave
That's
it
it, buddy.
verisimilitude.
Can never go wrong with verisimilitude.
And one of the other things I know people were upset about or concerned about was that like in the trailers, when you see that her and John Wick are going to square off. And I heard a lot of people go, because I don't like it when you take key important figures and use them as jobbers. And I heard a lot of people getting concerned going,
I haven't heard you say that in a long
it's
time.
been a while since I've had to. I heard a lot of people going, they're just going to make John a jobber to put over Ana de Armas because is Ana going to beat John Wick in the fight? You have nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
John Wick is the Baba Yaga again, and nothing touches the Baba Yaga. So
mean,
if you're worried about that, don't worry about that at all. What are you going to say, Jonathan?
No, that was a stupid joke. I was just gonna say, you mean it's not John Woke? Apparently, it wasn't that stupid.
Yes, it is not John Woke. It is, he is the Baba Yaga again. So, and again, I can't recommend this movie enough. I really can't. I think it's just it's not going to be the best movie of the year, but I think you're going to have fun. If you've
It
had fun
delivers,
watching the other
though.
ones, what's that?
It delivers on what it.
Absolutely.
I mean,
delivers.
it's you go and see it. Look, like you said, it's not the deepest film in the world, but it gives you exactly what you want when you go to see it. Like even more, you said it was chock-a-block full of action. There was more action in it than I even thought there was going to be.
Oh, there was far more than I thought there would be.
I was like,
It just never stopped.
yeah,
Sounds like the raid in a little way, just in terms of the
You know what?
In terms
in
of
a
the pacing.
sense, I'm not going to say Ballerina's as
No,
good
no, no.
as the Raid.
But in terms of
Nothing
pacing,
is as
or
good
But
as
in
the
that
Raid.
sense, yeah, it's just once it puts its
Nothing.
foot to the floor,
the rad.
it never takes its
No.
foot off. And with a very satisfying conclusion. Like the end point, my whole theater erupted in laughter when it
Yeah.
happened. Like it was,
yeah.
oh guys, just go see it. Just go see Ballerina. Anyway, what do you guys think? Did you have a chance to see Ballerina? And why do you think? I mean, again, it made right in the neighborhood of what John Wick 1 and John Wick 2 did. It is a spin-off. It is a different lead character, but could it have made more? And if so, what do you think prevented it from making more? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and leave your thoughts there. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.